They start at 12 a.m.
We've only just got sound now. I don't know why this is happening lately, but it's
There's
see
sound.
this little thing here? That was. I've just turned it on.
No, sir, I'm stopping that. No, sir, Shalom. This is the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yohanna. As you know now, we're doing classes twice a week. So before we get into the class, just a few announcements. Remember to pay your tithes, say commandment. That's 10% of anything you earn. Common example as always, if you was earn £100, £10 will cost be 10%, and that will get donated to the I.S.U.P.K at the website onewest.org. So now on a Monday night, we have the radio show hosted by Commanding General Yohanna. The YouTube channel is The Real Commanding General Yohanna Radio Show, without no gaps. I'll say it one more time. The Real Commanding General Yohanna Radio Show. That starts at about 1:30 a.m. around that time. And of course, that is the UK time. Then from Tuesdays through till Fridays, there are classes from America. You know what I mean? The Tuesday class is the Brotherhood class done by Captain Mayam, or sometimes by Captain Hamakwal. That's a powerful class. Blacks and Hispanics should interact with one another. Powerful class. Then the Wednesday class is the law. We're going to learn the laws, statutes, and commandments. Waking up to who you are is good. But then also there's a requirement which is in the Bible, which even the Lord says about what does He require of us, and it was to love the Lord thy God and to keep His laws, His statutes and commandments. So that Wednesday class is the law class. So do log into that where you will learn those laws, statutes and commandments. Then the other class is the scripture breakdown class done by General Hyman, a powerful class. Anything you ever wanted to know in the Bible, do bring it there, and the answer will be there too. That's a powerful class. Then the Friday class is the last one for Dash, the holy language, the Hebrew language, the native language of every black man and every Hispanic man. So that's the announcements right there. Also too, if you're in the UK and you want to attend the Passover, start aiding up now as well, so that you're able to get your flight and also your accommodation too. So start to save up as well, you know what I mean? If you pre-book a flight, then it doesn't cost as much. So you know what I mean, this would be a good time to start, you know what I mean, preparing to keep the Passover. So that's the announcement. So now the topic of today is drinking alcohol is lawful, you know what I mean? I got into like a little debate with some Christians, I'll call them. I know there's a faction of them that believe that drinking is wrong, but we're going to go in the Bible and show that drinking alcohol is lawful. And then in the Bible, it even tells you when it can become wrong and how it should also be done. So even in the Bible, there is rules and regulations on it. It's not saying drink and get drunk, wet the bed, you know what I mean, do all of them things. You know what I mean? There's a way how to drink alcohol, how to drink the wine. And we're going to go in the Bible and show that. So if you could give me 1 Timothy 3:3. I'm gonna go here first because this is what they went to. Then now you know me, like this scripture is weak, but of course I'm gonna show you that what they believe in is so wrong, and then we're gonna go in the Bible and we're gonna go all throughout the Bible and show you that there's nothing wrong with drinking wine. There's nothing wrong with having your Jack Daniels, your Kabazi, your Lagavants, your some more, your Johnny Walkers, you know what I mean, and whatever drinks man makes now, your Cirocs and all that stuff. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Them things, the Lord, matter of fact, we're gonna go in the Bible and show you that the Lord, He's made them things to make man glad. So if you can, brother, 1 Timothy 3:3.
Timothy chapter 3, verse 3.
Wait, there's 2 books in Timothy, so this is 1 Timothy.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 3. Not given to wine.
Alright, so like it's like this now. They put this not given to wine. Now, if you read from verse 1, it's talking about a man that wants to leave and it says not even to them wine. Now this scripture is weak, but they put this on you. Yeah, but a man of God, he's not given to them wine. And believe it or not, they even cutting themselves with this, because if you read it carefully, it didn't say you can't have wine. What's the main word there? Not what? Not given to wine. Now, if you look up the definition of that word, it means addicted to. So when it means not given to wine, it doesn't say that he can't drink wine, meaning a man that leads a church, he's not addicted to wine, meaning he's not a drunken, he's not an alcoholic, he's not coming to camp, you know what I mean, walking around all drunk, wobbling left and right, can't, you know what I mean, get on the mic. That's a man that will be addicted to wine. It's not saying that you can't have wine. So whenever someone pulls that to you, it didn't say he can't drink wine to be given to wine. If you look at the definition of that word in that context, it just means not addicted to wine. That's all what it means. Now, if you can, start from verse 1.
First Timothy, chapter 1.
3 and 1.
Chapter 3, verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desires the office of a bishop.
Of a bishop. Now, a bishop is a man that works in like the church. You know what I mean? He's a man that goes to camp. So now that's a bishop right there, meaning a man that works and does the work of the Most High. So if someone desires that, what he's basically doing, he's going for all of the attributes that he must have. So if you want that job, if you want that role, then there's things that you have to do. Rita.
He desires a good work.
So now he desires a good work, meaning what he wants to become is good. Don't look down on someone if they want to do that job. Don't be like, bro, your life's over. You're going to be a bishop. Listen, man, you can't hang around no more. No. That man, he desires a good work. He's desiring to do the work of the Lord, which is a good job. Read on.
A bishop then must be blameless.
So now a bishop must be blameless. And if you look at that word blameless, it means of a good report, meaning no one can't accuse him of doing anything wrong. You can't look at him and go, yeah, but this man robbed me. He took my car and I haven't got it back. I mean, he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now that man, he is blameless, meaning his report is good. So if you want to serve the Lord and you want to do the work, your report has to be good. So that was one of the requirements that a bishop had to have. Read up.
The husband of one wife.
And the husband of one wife. Now, again, groups like, IUIC, they like this one, and it doesn't mean a husband of one wife, as in you can only have one wife. The work of the Lord, that is your wife. And in Corinthians, it goes that you are espoused unto a wife or something like that, which lets you know that that wife is a carnal woman. It's the work. Read up.
Vigilant, sober, of good behavior.
And of good behavior. So if you want to serve the Lord, your behavior has to be right. You can't be fighting at camp. You can't be swearing at people at camp. People can't be walking past and swearing at them when you're giving them the wanker sign as well past like, I got you wanker. You can't be doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Your behavior has to be good. You know what I mean? Someone can't walk past the camp and swear and you're like, wanker. And you're swearing at them. You can't know that, you know what I mean? That behavior ain't right. So you mean a bishop has to conduct himself well. Read on.
Given to hospitality. And
given to hospitality, meaning he's helpful. So everyone in the church or in the Adi, he's helpful to them. You know what I mean? If they need help, he's there. You can't have that job. You're like, listen, I'm tired. I can't be bothered. F them. I'm tired. I'm going home. No, you can't do that. If you require that office, read on.
Act to teach.
And then act to teach. Act means ready. So you can't be lazy. Listen, man, you'll get that breakdown next week. Listen, man, I'm going home. F you and you John 3:16. I'm going. You know what I mean? F all of that. You can't do that. You gotta be active, and you have to be ready. Someone wants a breakdown. You gotta be ready to open up the Bible and break it down. You gotta be ready to go, no. That line right there ain't on about that. Let's read this. So that's a requirement of a bishop as well. Read that.
Not given to wine.
And not given to wine. And again, I said it before. That word even means addicted. If you look it up, so he's not addicted to wine. A bishop ain't an alcoholic. A bishop ain't a drunkard that can't put the wine down. That's what it means. Read that.
Not striker, not greedy.
And that's key. Not a striker. So meaning not someone that's fast to fight. How are you going to be a man of God and you're fighting people in the car park because they didn't understand when like you were breaking down John 3 and 16? I mean, how are you going to do that? You can't be a striker. You can't be at camp quick to fight. When like your job as a man of God, your job to be a patient man. Of course, if someone's messing around, then you have to handle it. But you're not a striker. You're not someone that's just fast to fight. You know what I mean? Someone gets on your nerves. Me, you, come on, outside. You know what I mean? It's like, for example, I'm doing this right now. Someone here is just getting them on my nerves, and I'm like, me, you, come on, outside. Let's fight. You know what I mean? You can't be a striker. That's what it's on about. It's not saying that you can't defend yourself, but you're someone that's easily agitated. Someone that's always quick to fight. Read on.
Not greedy or filthy lucre.
So then now he's not greedy of gain. So he's not doing the work just to get paid. So that's a requirement. So when it says not given to wine, it's talking about an attribute, meaning you're not an alcoholic. So yes, you can drink wine. Now let's get that. Let's get 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. So we're going to back that statement up about he's not an alcoholic. When it says not given to wine, meaning he's not an alcoholic. So we're going to get it in Corinthians. So you know what I mean? Paul wrote 1 Timothy, and also Paul, he wrote the book of Corinthians. And we're going to see if about being a drunkard is wrong. So we're going to get that for you. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and 9.
First Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit? So
now, know ye not, meaning you don't know. The unrighteous won't inherit. So now the kingdom, the unrighteous man, he's not going to be great in there. He's not going to inherit all the riches or the diamonds. Why? Because he's an unrighteous man. He's a man that does not follow the laws of God. Read on.
The kingdom of God, be not deceived, neither fornicator.
So someone that has a unlawful sex. So someone that deals with homosexuality, bestiality, any sort of sexual things that God hates. Read on.
No idolater.
No an idolater. So someone that worships the wooden cross, the statues and things like that. Read on.
Not adulterer.
Nor an adulterer. So a man that sleeps with another man's wife, a woman that has a husband and she sleeps with another man. Read on.
Not effeminate.
Nor effeminate. So you know the man with the bent wrist and the pop neck. You know what I mean? He can't inherit it either. Read on.
Not abusers of themselves with mankind. No thieves.
No thief. So someone that likes to take things that belongs to someone else. Read on.
No covetous.
No covetous, meaning you like to take, you want things that belong to someone else. You desire it, you want it, and it's not yours. That's one of the 10 commandments. Read on.
No drunkard.
No what?
Drunkard.
No a drunkard. That's why when it says not given to wine, that's what it's on about. So for someone to be given to wine, mean they are addicted to wine, that would make him a drunkard. And that's why in Corinthians, a drunkard he's not going to inherit the kingdom of God. So he's saying the exact same thing. He's not saying something different. In 1 Timothy, not given to wine. In Corinthians, nor a drunkard. He's saying the same thing. That's all what it means, Rita.
No regular.
No, a reveler. So someone that does those wild parties with his orgies and people drinking and one night stands and ecstasy and mollies and all kind of drugs. So now that's going into that. So now nowhere in the Bible does it say that you can't drink. Nowhere in the Bible says that Christ had unfermented wine. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that drinking whiskey is wrong. Them concepts say in the Bible, those things are precepts of men. Those things right there are the understandings of men. If you could find it, Deuteronomy 14 and 26. Yeah, Deuteronomy, watch out for the door right. So yeah, Deuteronomy 14 and 26. So nowhere in the Bible does it say that it's wrong to drink. Nowhere in the Bible is it wrong to drink whiskeys. Is it wrong to drink beers? Is it wrong to drink vodkas? It's wrong to drink wine. Christ drank wine, and that's in the Bible. And it wasn't what they call it, unfermented wine. Christ drank wine, man. Your eyes don't get red of drinking grape juice. It won't happen. But your eyes can get red if you drink tons of wine over years. So Christ did drink wine, and we're going to show that in the Bible, in the first 5 books, drinking wine is fine too. But you get that for me, Deuteronomy 14 and verse 26.
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 6. And every beast that parteth the hoof and clear.
Is that 14 and 26?
No, I went wrong.
That's also fine.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and 26. And thou shalt bestow that money.
So now you shall bestow. So now the money that you get, you shall get that money. Read on.
Good lad.
12 drops.
Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 26. And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after.
So now the money that you got, you buy whatever you want. So whatever your soul wants. So your soul wants a leg of lamb, buy it. Your soul wants chicken, buy it. Your soul wants only oxtail, rice, and peas, buy it. Whatever your soul lusteth after, read on.
For oxen, for sheep, or for wine.
Or for what?
Wine.
So this is the first 5 books. God said, with the money that you get, you can buy wine, read on.
Or for strong drink.
Or for strong drink. So if you know it says wine and strong drink, so we know what wine is. So so now in today's terms, what's a strong drink? That's right, whiskey, Jack Daniels, Kvazi, Johnny Walker's, whatever it may be. That is a category of a strong drink right there. So you know what I mean? By law, this is what the Most High saying, you can buy wine and strong drink. So for drinking alcohol, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You got some denominations teaching you can't have wine, crying with like Yahushua, he did not have wine, it was grape juice. Like, what grown man can drink grape juice? Like, it don't even make sense. Like, me as a big man, I'm not drinking no juice, you know what I mean? You're gonna drink some alcoholic drinks, but of course, we're not just gonna read this one here. We're gonna go all throughout the Bible and show that drinking wine is a lawful thing. You just want to read that one more time?
Deuteronomy 14 and 26. And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, for ox, for sheep, for wine, or for strong drink.
Or for strong drink. And then another thing, if you look up in a Strong's concordance, strong drink means a alcoholic beverage, a intoxicating drink. And you know what I mean? That ain't hard. Now that ain't hard to understand. Strong drink is your Jack Daniels, is your Cirocs and whatever the case may be. But let's get another one. Let's get Proverbs 31:6.
Book of Proverbs chapter 31 verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
Now, this one here, cause that whole grape juice thing. Why? Because it says, give strong drink unto him that's ready to perish. Now, grape juice, if you're sad, grape juice ain't gonna help you out. If you're sad and you drink some wine, that's gonna make you feel good about yourself. You drink some strong drink, that's gonna make you feel good about yourself. No juice ain't gonna make you, feel better about yourself. So if you're down, ready to perish, like, oh my gosh, work all week, I got rent to pay, I'm behind on the council tax and all that. A strong drink, that can make you forget about that. Grape juice ain't gonna do anything for you.
That's right.
All what grape juice is gonna make you want to do, just use the bathroom. But wine is gonna make you forget about that for an hour or two, and then obviously you'll remember it again. But for that time, it'll make you forget about them things. Read on.
And wine unto those that be heavy, that be of heavy hearts.
And wine unto those that be of a heavy heart, meaning a heavy mind. To have a heavy mind, you gotta be sad, you gotta be down and out. And wine, that can help that heavy mind. When you've had a bad week and you got a heavy mind, that wine can fix that. That strong drink, it can fix that as well. No grape juice can't fix that. No what do they call it? What's the name of it? Manuscript.
Kadim, grape
juice. No Kadim grape juice. That can't help that. But a strong drink and some wine, that can fix that. That can help that out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Read on.
Let him drink and forget his poverty.
And that's key. Let him drink and forget. So now this strong drink, once you've had enough, it's gonna make you forget. Now have in mind, you're not gonna be alcoholic, pissed where like you're standing around, but that drink is gonna make you forget. That little, I wouldn't call it high. What's the right term for it? That little wave, that lift. Yeah, basically, that's gonna make you forget all that poverty. All that being behind on rent, all that paying the light bill, all that having to pay that road tax to keep that car on the road, which hardly don't even work. Them things, that's gonna make you forget all of that. No grape juice, no Kadim grape juice. That ain't gonna make you forget that. So that'll be a contradiction right there. How can they be talking about grape juice if once you drink this, you're gonna forget about all the poverty, you're gonna forget about that heavy mind, you're gonna forget about all those sad times. So common sense, that can't be no grape juice right there. That has to be wine and a strong drink. We'll get to the question in a second as well. All right, let's get. Hold on. We'll get to this. Let's get this question. So what's the point? Yesterday I broke down John 6:53, but when you go to 1 Corinthians 11:23, it's saying different. All right, no sir. We broke down about eat the bread and that, and it was symbolic. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 11:23.
So I call the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 23. For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Jesus, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread.
Yeah.
And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take this.
Oh, I think I know what he's done. He's mixing John with this one. No, before Christ was crucified, he did eat bread and he had wine. And he said, take of this. So yeah, this one was before he was crucified. The one in John 6:54, that was symbolic of learn of me. But when you read towards the end of all of them, Luke, Matthew, John, before he died, he kept the Passover, and you do eat bread and you have wine, and he did say eat this and like drink of this wine. So the one you're on about in John ain't the same one which Paul is on about right here. Let's get it from it's in all the Gospels towards the end. But you know, drink this. This is the new covenant for the remissions of sins. That's a different one. It's not the same one. All of them. It's like towards the end before the Romans took him. Like isn't all of them like you'll find it before he got crucified and all that stuff. Or it should be more. Or if you have a Bible with some precepts on the side, you can usually take it in. Yeah. Or you got it all.
This one's got precepts. I didn't even look for it. Where was I? 11
and about 24.
No, it's not there.
So I'll find it there. Hey. Yeah, the one in Corinthians ain't the same one in John. Yeah, Matthew 26 and verse 26. So now this is the one that matches with 1 Corinthians 11 and 24. It's not the same one.
The book of Matthew, chapter
26 and 26.
26 and verse 26. And as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it unto the disciples and said, take, eat, this is slacker. Take, eat, this is my body.
And this is my body. So now, this is the one that Paul is on about in 1 Corinthians. The one in John was a parable, and it did say, when he was amongst everyone, all he ever spoke was parables. But then when he was amongst, you know what I mean, John, Luke, Paul, his disciples, he never ever spoke in parables among them. So now this is the one that Paul is on about in Corinthians. So when saying take the bread, he's referencing this one right here. If you want to read that again.
And as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body.
Read that.
And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it.
Drink all of it. So that's the one that he's referencing to. And of course, even here, they didn't kindly eat Yahushua. They ate the bread. So the bread means that, you know what I mean, you're a partaker of me, you know what I mean? But is there any more than that pretty much?
Yeah. I don't understand.
Oh no, yesterday, remember John 6 about, you know what I mean, if you eat of me and the precept is I am the way, truth and life. He's saying when you go here in Corinthian, you know what I mean, take bread and eat it, but it's not the same one.
What's the main? So then, or was saying actually eat the flesh? Or we're supposed to do the Catholic bread thing? That's what I mean.
I don't fully understand, but it's not saying literally eat Christ, and the one that he's referencing to ain't on about that. So either way, it was wrong. So what's the blood? Well, the blood represents, you know what I mean, him being crucified. So he was crucified to give us a chance, you know what I mean? In the Levitical law, for your sin, an animal had to be put to death. And with Christ, he was put to death for like us. So that's what his blood represents. So it don't literally mean you're going to drink Christ's blood. Them eating of that bread and drinking of that wine means that they're a partaker of the work of Christ. So that's no sweat. Let's get back to the breakdown. Let's get Ecclesiastes in the Bible, the 9th chapter and the 7th verse. So now all throughout the Bible, there's nothing wrong with drinking wine. And again, in 1 Timothy 3:3, when it says given to wine, you look at that word, it means addicted. So it don't mean you can't have wine, meaning a bishop of a church or of a body, he's not an alcoholic. That's all it means. It didn't say that he can't drink wine. You know what I mean? And you can look that up. Alright, 9, it's like Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter and the 7th verse.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 and verse 7. Go thy way, eat thy bread with joy, and drink thy wine.
Yeah, so this is Ecclesiastes. Now, if you read all of it on down, talking about enjoying your life, you know what I mean? He's saying, eat thy bread and drink thy wine. So part of enjoying your life as a man is to, you know, have some wine, have some Jack Daniels, have some Lager wine, you know what I mean? Have some Johnny Walkers, you know what I mean? That's part of your life, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got rent to pay, bills and all that. So that's the least you can do is have like a strong drink, you know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? Or what you do throughout the week. You are owed a drink, you know what I mean? That's the least you can get. And to buy a drink, it don't cost much, well, depends on what you're buying, I guess, but you know what I mean? You can get a Jack Daniels count for like 30.
Come. I mean 10, 20, 30, yeah.
Yeah, 10, 20, 30. So, you know what I mean? You're owed that as a man, you know what I mean? You're looking after your family, you're, you know what I mean? Doing camp, doing council, doing classes twice a week. The least you can do is have a drink, you know what I mean? Come on. It's like, so I have to just read that one more time.
Go thy way, eat thy bread with joy, and drink thy wine with a merry heart.
With a merry heart. So when you're having this wine, don't be sad about it. Don't be like, God hates wine. Nah, the Bible's saying be merry about it, meaning what you're doing. Ain't nothing wrong with it. The Lord wants you to have wine. The Lord made wine for a man, which we can get to. Let's get Psalms 104 and the 14th verse. So we're going to show you that the Most High made wine for man. So the whole point of wine was for a man to drink it and to forget about his sad times, his heavy mind, his afflictions. Psalms 104 and the 14th verse.
Book of Psalms number 4 verse 14. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man.
Read that.
That he may bring forth food out of the earth, and wine that maketh glad the heart of men.
And there, God, the Lord of heaven and earth, he made wine to make glad the hearts of men. So God made wine, God made Jack Daniels. Yes, a man kindly made it, but that whole invention of a drink to make man glad, that concept comes from the Lord. And we just read it in the Bible. King David, who wrote Psalms, who is a man of God, he's letting you know God made what I say, sorry, wine from the earth to make man glad. That's correct. Yeah, God made it. So you know what I mean? Don't ever let no one tell you drinking wine is evil. I believe in Jamaica, what they call it, the devil's nectar or something like that. When you got some religious uppity people, you're drinking the devil's drink. Like, no, I'm not. I'm drinking something that God put on the earth for me to drink, and it's in the Bible, the same Bible that they're supposed to be reading. In Jamaica, 7-day Adventist is the biggest religion up there. You drive over at Jamaica, Kingston, through Spanish Town, through Mo Bay, St. Anne's Bay, all over, you will find a 7-day Adventist church, and a lot of them think drinking bad. Now, of course, in Jamaica, you got people that ain't religious. You know, you got people that just party every day too. But you know what I mean? The religious ones, they think drinking bad. They call it the devil's nectar. When yet, in the same Bible that they have in Psalms, which they love to read, Christians love Psalms, and some of them even have a book of Psalms. They haven't got all of the Bible in like their little front pocket part, or they have the book of Psalms. You know what I mean? They don't have Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, Matthew, John. Or they have a book of Psalms about like this small. My grandma has one, it's a red book of all the Psalms. And yet in the Bible, King David saying God made grapes from the earth to make man glad. Yet it's there and they don't read it. All they do is read Psalms and sing about it, and it's right there. But yet they hate drinks. Read on.
And wine maketh glad the heart of men. And oil to make his face shine.
And oil to make his face shine. Now, ain't the Bible a black man's book or what? oil makes our face shine. You know what I mean? The white man, he don't use no coconut water. Yeah? The so-called Arabian, they don't use no face cream. You know what I mean? I spoke to one time, man. I don't know why, but I must use some shiny grease. It's a bit like, what's wrong with you, man? Are you sweating or something? Like, no, it's called oil. You know what I mean? They are totally unaware of it. They don't know about cream. Only you do. And King David, he said what?
An oil to make his face to shine.
An oil to make your face shine. Black man, when you put an oil on your face shines. You know what I mean? Africans don't use oil. Africans got dry lips and dry skin on those on what channel? The Hit channel, on the Discovery channel. You know what I mean? But black man, you know what that's on about. Oil makes your face shine. White people know about oil. You know what I mean? They buy makeup and all that stuff, but your oil ain't in their cabinet. But oil's in yours. You got the coconut butter, the Vaseline, all kinds of stuff. Why? Because you know you need to oil your face. And that's in the Bible. And guess what? King David, he reads about it. Now, of course, there's better ones to show that the Bible is a black man's book, but that right there shows you that the Bible is a black man's book.
That's right.
Because oil makes our face shine. Oil don't make no one else's face shine. They don't even care about them kind of thing except us. Also in Matthew 6, when you have a fast, what did how should I say? Anoint thy head. Why? Because when some people fast and they don't eat, their lips get dry. So even Christ saying, look man, when you fast, don't let anyone know, oil your face. Why? Because we are the people that inherit action and crust and all that. And with Christ, he said, you know what I mean? Don't let anyone know, oil your skin. And King David is saying the same thing. The Lord made oil to make our face shine. So, you know what I mean? That's another little thing there to show that the Bible's a black man's book too. All right, let's get to the next one. Let's get Proverbs 20:1.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 1. Wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging.
All right, so now in this context, why is it making wine look bad? What will someone have to do to fit this category right here? What's it right? You and would anyone online like to give this a go as well? So it's like if you want to read that one more time.
Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 1. Wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging.
All right, so now in this context, why is it making wine look bad? What will someone have to do to fit this category right here? So a mocker meaning to mock someone is to laugh at them. So wine is a mocker meaning wine can make people laugh at you. So would anyone like to have a go? No, I mean that's the answer for it, but that's not what. But that's not someone that will fit that category.
It'll make people like me silly.
Yeah, and why would it make them do that? What would they have to do?
Drink too much.
Let's give a hand. So now, if you drink too much wine, you can get mocked. People are laughing at you. You know what I mean? I've seen videos of people on Broad Street having fights. I mean, police having to arrest them. I seen a drunk fight and they was drunk. All the punches were slow. One guy misfell on the floor. You know what I mean? And that's a mock. I'm mocking you. I'm laughing at you. And wine is a mock. Why? Because they had a lot. They had more than what they can handle, and that's why wine can make you be mocked. And it says strong drink is rage, meaning some people that can't handle strong drinks, it makes them have rage. Like there's some people when they drink, they want to fight. I mean, I watched police documentaries, if you want to call it, and one man who was that drunk, he wanted to have a fight with like the officer. All the officer said to the man is go. And like he's standing there firm like if he wants to fight. And the policeman like, oh, you back up. And like he wanted to fight. And why? Because strong drink is rage. Strong drink makes people feel confident. Strong drink makes people feel like, you know what I mean? They can fight anyone. You got a man who's drunk. He's probably 5'2", young, but strong drinks rage. He's feeling confident. He don't want to fight a guy who's 250 pounds, 6 foot. You know what I mean? That's how he feels when like strong drink is in a man. he can't even handle it. Why do some people call it liquid courage, something like that?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Some people have it and they believe they can fight anyone, they can do whatever they want. And that's what strong drink can be to a man. It can also be his rage. Read on.
Strong, wine is a mother, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise.
And that's key. Whosoever is deceived thereby. So meaning, this drink, you thought, I'm strong, I can manage it. Had another one, I'm strong, and you was deceived thereby. You took too much and you couldn't handle it. Then you thought you was fine. Then in a moment, whoa, I feel tired. Oh, you know what I mean? I need to have a rest. You was deceived thereby. And that happens to people that ain't wise. So how would a wise man not be deceived by wine and strong drink? Would anyone like to give that an answer?
By not drinking?
No, he would drink, but he wouldn't be deceived thereby. So we know for someone that is deceived, he's had a lot. So how would a wise man not be deceived thereby?
Drink it like one, but not too much.
That's right. Let's give him a hand again. It's close. There. So now a wise man, you know what? I can't manage all of that. I'm gonna have 1, 2, maybe 3. While someone who ain't wise, he gets deceived thereby. I can have 6. Listen, man, I can manage all of that. Having the shots. You know what I mean? He's at the bar ordering. He was deceived thereby. While a wise man, he's like, nah, you know what? I can't manage all that. I'm gonna have 2. That's my day. Right there. Anymore. Boy. It's a little on that pretty much.
That is it. Yeah.
I know, sir. Let's get Proverbs 23 and verse 29.
Proverbs 23:29. Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who hath contentions?
So that's key. So who have woes? So now it's talking about all the reasons why you would have wine. So some people have woes. Now a woe means a destruction. So in some people's lives, they have woes. Their mom died, their aunt died, their uncle died, one of their kids died, or they're not even dead. They had an accident or they're in the hospital. So some people in their lives have woes. Read on. No sweat. Proverbs 23 and verse 29.
Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who hath contentions? Who hath babbling? Who hath wounds without cause? Who hath redness of eyes?
Now, who has redness of eyes? Good.
The men that have been drinking too much.
That's right. Let's give a hand. So that's those. So now that's those that have the redness of eyes. So in the Bible it says, "With Christ his eyes was red." Yes, there was. You know what I mean? He was drinking wine, and of course, you know what I mean. In the Bible, mainly it documents the 3 years of his life when he began the church, if that's what you want to call it.
Ben, sure.
So now, you know what I mean? It documents that part of his life, and in the Bible, Christ drank wine lots of times, and his eyes was red. So yeah, people that would drink wine over a course of years, your eyes can become red. Read on.
They that tarry long at the wine.
So now they that tarry long at the wine, that word means wait. Basically meaning they that have a lot of wine, meaning they that spend all day having wine. And you got people like that. Now, I mean, you got some people, they go to like a bar, and now you're there at 8. They was there at 1 o'clock. They was tarrying at the wine meeting. They was at that pub since it opened up from the man that open sign. He's been there having a strongbow, having a Foster's, having a what's my drink, having a strongbow, dark fruit. Okay, that's another one they do.
Like, yeah, just I remember back in the day, my aunt had a pub, and I swear to God, I wake up, have my cereal, then might be downstairs opening, and by the time I go down, because they did good business, the place was full up, man. Full up with people that drinking, like, first thing in the morning, like 10, 11 or something. I just finished my cereal and, like, fill up the bar.
That's true. No, it's like that, like, you walk in a bar, you think, oh, that person came in just like you. Now, the reason why you think like that is because you wouldn't spend all your day in like a bar. But they do, they wake up, have one drink, they watch, you know what I mean, what they have in the pubs like Sky Sports, you know what I mean, watching the football, the cricket and all that. And that is their day. They tarry long at the wine days there, having one drink. Someone comes in, plays darts with them. Now, of course, that's a white man's pub. In a black man's pub, we don't play darts, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna see no black man playing darts, you know what I mean? That's just unheard of. I don't know if black men even play darts, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We play like blackjack and dominoes, yeah, you know what I mean? Snooker. It's to have a snooker table in there sometimes, you know what I mean? But we ain't playing darts, but that's how some people are. They tarry long after the wine, having one after another.
They that tarry long at the wine, they that go to seek mixed wine.
And they go to seek mixed wine. Now, of course, if you mix any drink, it becomes strong. You know what I mean? One drink by itself is strong enough. But if you're mixing drinks, that becomes even stronger. So you're getting a more heavier dose of a drink. Read on.
Look not thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth his colour in the cup, when it moveth itself aright. At the last it biteth like a serpent.
And at last it will bite you. So you've been having wine all day and you're looking at it like, yeah, but this wine is nice. And then soon it bites you. And to everyone that, not everyone that's alcoholic, but if you've had a lot, it bites you afterwards. You're like, I feel drowsy. Oh, I need to sleep. And then, you know what I mean? You're in like a wave effect. That's that bite that the Bible's on about right there. Read on.
And stingeth like an adder. Thine eyes shall behold strange women.
And the eyes shall behold strange women. So you're drunk. I mean, you can't fully see the woman now. If you're not drunk, you're able to look at her, you know what I mean, if you find her attractive, if you don't. But if you're drunk, she becomes strange unto you. You can't really look at her and go, you know what, she's nice in your eyes, or she's not. Yeah.
And thine heart shall utter perverse things. And
that happens a lot. When people are drunk and they're around a woman, they utter some perverse things like, you look good, you know what I mean, I should lift the skirt, 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? Why? Because they are intoxicated by strong drink. Now, if they was wise, like in the precept that we read, you know what I mean, they would be wise to have one or maybe two, but they've had a lot. Now, you know what I mean, they're uttering perverse things, and that's how a lot of drunk fights happen. You know what I mean, people are drunk, they can't watch their mouth and talking. You know what I mean, you're this, you're an idiot, you're wank, this, that, 1, 2, 3, and then that's how a lot of these fights happen. You don't
please stop it. Yea, thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea.
So now, can anyone break that part down? Why is it saying that you're as one that lieth down in the midst of a sea? Now, you might have had to have had a hangover to relate to this part.
What is? And thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea.
So now, remember, it's talking about someone that's had an excess of wine. So you're going to be like him that lieth down in the midst of the sea. What?
Crazy.
No.
They're going to be drunk and not remember things and be all drowsy.
That's close. That's close, but in the midst of a sea, like for example, like imagine you doing a backflip.
They lost the way.
That's close to. But imagine it. So you're drunk. You know what I mean? It said that the wine will bite you and all that, and then you're going to be as one that is in the midst of the sea. Like just imagine like you're doing a backstroke in like the water. How would that feel like if you had a lot of wine? Put that in the context of having excess in wine or like a strong drink.
Dying.
Nah, you wouldn't be dying.
Relaxing.
You close, yeah, you know, you would feel relaxed.
Like you'll be in a storm, sort of like it. When you're in a storm and it's raging, say someone's like going like that, basically, you'll be all over the place.
You'll be like 1 in the sea, so that's close by. Now you might have had to have a hangover to know this. Have you ever drank like? Well, I can't say you that kids or that. You would have related it. Is it when you drink like once you're in bed, it feels like you're in the sea, sleeping, and like your brain's like, you know what I mean? Right, let's see after 7 young can relate to this. Have you ever drank that and once you've gone to bed, it felt like you're in the sea, like everything's wavy, like it's like, you know what I mean, like you was in a boat and it got wrecked and you're on the sea floating, like it's like and, you know what I mean?
God.
So if you want to read that, that's part again about waving in the sea.
Okay. Yea, thou shalt be as he that lieth down in the midst of the sea.
And you're going to be like him that lieth down in the midst of the sea. When you're going to be like, no.
I'm saying, because you said, I'm saying to him, when you drink, because you don't know about drinking, when you're drunk, you feel all wobbly and wavy, yeah? You see drunk people walking, they're walking like all over the place, yeah? And junkies and that. And it's saying you'll be like, when you're in the sea, now when you're in the sea, what happened? The waves lick you and it'll make you go all sideways, isn't it? It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, console, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. You're that one that's waving in the sea, you know what I mean? You can't walk straight and then, especially when like you're in bed. You feel like you're all over the place. You feel like, you know what I mean, you're rocking to the left, you know what I mean? And when you wake up, that feeling is horrible, and that's what this is on about right here. And have in mind, does anyone know who wrote this book? The book of Proverbs, King Solomon. So for him to write this, he had to relate to it, meaning he went through these same things too. All throughout this, he's writing about his experiences of life. You know what I mean? I believe in 1 Kings 3, it says that he wrote this book, and basically all this is written about all what he went through in his life. You know what I mean? When he had strange wives, it says about stay away from them. He read that one because he went through that in King's Gold. He had many strange wives, and in Proverbs, it tells you to basically stay away. And many things in the Bible that he went through in Proverbs, he's advising stay away from them things. So he had one in excess, and he's been through that, and that's why he's writing about it. Read that.
Or as he that lieth upon the top of a mast, they have stricken me, shalt thou say, and I was not sick. They have beaten me, and I felt it not.
And I felt it not. Now, I mean, for some, now, I've never done it, but for drunk people that fight, they don't feel anything. I've spoken to people that have been drunk and had fights, and they tell you that, nah, I didn't feel anything like it. So that's how people feel. You can get hit, and you don't feel nothing. You know what I mean? Someone could be dragging you across the floor, you don't feel nothing until when, you know what I mean, all the drink wears up. Read that.
When shall I awake, and I will seek it yet again?
And I will seek it yet again. So for all what you went through, you got to wake up. I'm not going to drink again. I got a headache. My head's hitting me. That's a lie. When you wake up, you're going to seek it again. There's going to be another good time, and you're going to have all that wine again. And you remember now, he's writing about his experiences of life. So he did the same thing. He got drunk, had a hangover, and he went to seek it yet again. Meaning in his life, he had more wine, he had more strong drink as well. Is that about verse 35? Yeah. Let's get into the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus 31 and the 27th verse.
In the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus 31 and 27. Wine is as good as life to a man.
Now listen to that. The Bible saying wine is as good as the life to a man. So meaning the same way you value the life that you have, wine is just as valuable as that. Meaning what would be life without wine? What would be life without a strong drink? You know what I mean? Like it's good that it does help, Now, of course, we've read in the Bible, it says you can't be a drunkard. We've read that in 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, and in 1 Timothy 3 about you can't be an alcoholic. But the Bible says wine is good to a man. So meaning the same way you value your life, wine is just as good as that. Wine is just as valuable as that. Life without wine, and you got stress and things like that. What would help to relieve that? Yes, exercise is good, running, jogging, but nothing does the job as wine. Nothing does the job as a strong drink. Now, online, that don't mean we're trying to spread the message out. Everyone should get drunk every day. Some people don't like it, and if you don't, it's like not a sin. But you can't tell someone in these religions drinking wine and strong drinks is wrong. Read out.
If it be drunk moderately.
And you see, it's telling you right there, if it be drunk and what?
Moderately.
Moderately, meaning in good times. So if you handle your wine, then it's fine. You can have all the drinks you want, from as long as you know how much you can handle. If you're drinking way too much and you get into fights, then you might want to think about laying off the wine. If you're getting drunk and you're wet in the bed and waking up in your backyard, then you should not be having wine. If you're having drinks and you're waking up in Hansel Park, then you should not be having wine. It's not for you. Read on.
What life is then to a man without wine?
And then what is life to man without wine? Meaning God made this wine for man. These strong drinks, they was made for man. And what would life be without it? What would life be without wine? You've had a hard day at work. That wine helps. What's the other one read about? Heavy minds and all that stuff. Them things, that's the reason why wine and those strong drinks wasn't made. It was made solely for that thing right there. Read out.
For it was made to make men glad.
And it was made to make man glad. Now, where did we read that? We read that exact same phrase somewhere else.
Where did we read that before? Where the Bible? We said people keep it in their pocket.
Psalms. Hold that. Let's go back to it again. Psalms 104 and verse 15. No, the 4th. So Psalms 104 and the 14th verse. So what he said right there, he was referencing to this what we're going to read right now.
Book of Psalms 104 verse 14. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle and the herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man.
So God made wine to make the hearts of man what?
Glad.
Glad. So wine was made by God. I know some Christians find it hard to understand, but God made wine. That whole invention was invention by God for the sake of man, to make you happy. But whenever you said that wine is there, now that don't mean that you become an alcoholic, but that wine was there from God to make the hearts of man glad. Read on.
Glad. And oil to make his face shine.
And we have already oil to make his face shine. Black people, we love the oil to make our face shine. Showing you that the Bible is a black man's book. The white man, he don't use oil. The Arabs don't use oil, except us, and oil makes our face shine. So God made that for us too. That Vaseline, that cocoa butter, that there's many out there. God made that to make our face shine too, man. To Ecclesiasticus.
Wine miserably drunk and in season bringeth gladness of the heart.
And it bringeth gladness of the heart. And in the Bible, your heart is your mind. So wine is made to make your mind happy. You're sad, someone died, a family member of yours is hurt, a family member of yours is locked up. you ain't seen a family member in years, and like you said, it's made to make your mind glad. It's made to make you happy. Read on.
And cheerfulness of the mind. With brawling and quarreling.
Also, you missed verse 29.
But wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness.
And now, see now, this is the other side. If you have a lot of wine and you can't handle it, excess means a lot. So now your amount, that's enough. To have excess means that you've had above the amount that you can handle. So now wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness. And you see that whenever someone is like, whenever someone has a lot, they get very angry, argumentative, bitter, and then things happen. Why? Because they've had more than what they can handle. Read on.
Of the mind.
And it causes bitterness of the mind. In their mind, they're bitter. That person hates me. That girl there, she's a bitch. I can't stand her. You know what I mean? He's a waste man. He's this. All them things cause a bitterness of the mind. Read on.
With brawling.
With what?
With brawling.
And with brawling, fighting. All those fights that you see on Broad Street and in London, the West End, High Street, and all that. All that happens because people can't handle their wine. They can't handle their strong drinks. And why? Because they had excess. And that's what that causes. Them things cause fights. Having drinks, nothing's wrong with that. Just have your amount. Then you wouldn't be having fights. You wouldn't have that bitter mind where you gotta, you know what I mean, think everyone hates you. Everyone is against you. Is it me, or when people have a lot, they seem to think everyone hates them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of them family members, I've been good to you all the years, you know, and all you done did hate me. I love all of you. I love every single one of you. Like no one didn't say nothing to you. And then, you know what I mean? I love all of you, and God to my witness. You know what I mean? I've looked after all of you. Like, that's what wine does. It causes a bitterness of mind where you're in the house with like everyone, and you think everyone is against you. You know what I mean? God knows. I spent years raising you like no one didn't say nothing to you, but because of that bitterness in your mind, you know what I mean? Why? Because they've had wine with like excess. They look at everyone. I bet you really you hate me. I bet you really you look down upon me, and that's that bitterness. That's when that bitterness comes in right there. I mean, I don't want to say no names, but I know somewhere whenever they drank, they used to act like as if, you know what I mean, everyone hated them, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, like, I took you like how to fight, you know what I mean? He was heavily into like self-defense. And when he hit his wine with like excess, he's letting you know, yo guys, didn't you like, I told you how to fight, I told you like self-defense and like that. And none of you that don't even check me, none of you that don't even see how I'm doing, you like bad, you know. And why? Because that's wine with excess, and that causes that bitterness of mind. Read on.
With brawling and quarreling.
And quarreling, arguing. You know what I mean? You watch them like shows, what's some of them called them like BBC 3, BBC 1, ITV, but like the police officers walk around like London, West End, and all the people running their mouth and all that. That's what wine with excess does, you know what I mean? You got police having to stop people arguing. You bitch, I'm a dead kid, mate. I'm a lucky headed show. Why? Because they can't handle their like and drink. In Proverbs says that he that waits after the wine, meaning he that was drinking for a long time. You know what I mean? A lot of these white people, they don't drink when it gets dark. Their night starts from 1 o'clock. So now they're drinking from 1 all the way till 11 o'clock. Now, if you drink like that, that wine, now that right there is wine with what's the word? Excess. Because you know what I mean, you don't need to drink all day. You know what I mean, they've been out from 1 up until nighttime, having another lager, Strongbow, Tennant's, what's some more, Osters, Heineken. You listen, the list goes on and on. They've been drinking that all day, and that's what that makes happen. Fights, bitterness of mind, quarreling, all these dumb arguments that they have, which don't even make any sense. Read on.
Drunkenness increaseth the rage of a fool.
And you notice we read that somewhere else about when it say that drunkenness is a rage. In Proverbs, that's right. You need to give your hand for that one. So in Proverbs, it said the exact same thing. Drunkenness is the rage of a man. So when a man's raging, he wants to fight. You know what I mean? He's walking down the street looking for someone to have a fight with him. That happens because they're drunk. And when people are drunk, I don't know why, they feel very confident. They feel like they can beat up anyone. They feel like they can take on anyone. And that's what that drunkenness does. Read on.
Till he offends.
Yeah, up until he offends, up until he says the wrong thing to someone, and then that fight happens. Read on.
It diminishes strength.
And it diminishes strength. So although he's raging, although he feels like he's a warrior, he's strong, alcohol diminishes the strength. And you notice whenever someone's drunk and they have a fight, the punches are so slow and you know what I mean, and like everything they can do. Why? Because being drunk, it diminishes your strength as well. Read on.
And make up wounds.
And make wounds, so you're gonna end up getting hurt. So yes, so now that's it on that part there, because you know you got Christians that say that drinking wine's wrong. You know what I mean? In Jamaica, certain religious groups, I believe it's Seventh-day Adventists or one of them, they say that having wine is wrong, in that with Christ, he didn't have like wine that is strong. He had like fermented wine, which in the Bible says Christ's eyes was red. Now no grape juice can make your eyes red except wine. If you drink that over years, that can make the whites of your eyes red. So Christ did drink wine. And in the Bible, we read in Deuteronomy in the law that having wine was fine, and all through out the Bible showing you that having wine is fine. Let's get Matthew 15:9. Can't I corrupt the water for that? What I say? Yeah, guys, do remember to sign in for your attendance. If you don't sign in, you won't get marked for your attendance. So I don't want to hear about I've been in class 90 days and your attendance doesn't show that. So if you want to get your attendance up, do that again. And yeah, you know what I mean? Also, do share all of these links, you know what I mean? Your Facebook, your Twitters, and anything else that you have. And remember the Israelite vibes, that's the American time, I believe, 12 till 2. So that'll be 5 a.m. for like us, Israelite vibes, powerful for us.
Yeah. For it's vibes, it starts at midnight over there, that's 5 for us.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
With 5 for us.
There's 9 for them, so it's...
It's 12 a.m. in America, so that'd be 5 for us. We're 5 hours ahead.
Don't start at night at 12. Trust me. We've been there 3 times.
I'm sure.
So like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it starts at 9 o'clock. We start to get food first.
Yeah.
The Dominican spot, I don't even open at midnight, come on.
That in America shops open all night. I mean, this over here where shops
I'm out
till 9, but I'm sure it's 5 a.m. Yeah, 12. If it's 12 in American time, we're 5 hours ahead. So that would have to be 5 a.m.
to a.m. EST. Yeah, I'm sure he would know,
yes, so lucky about that. Had a little council on that. but yeah, the Israelite Vibes radio show in the UK, that'll be at 5 a.m. So do log into that. That's a powerful radio show. Captain Zayach and Captain Kazar, powerful show. You know what I mean? They've crushed Christians on it, and you know what I mean? It's a very powerful radio show. So do log into that at 5 a.m. You know what I mean? It's a good radio show to watch. So it'll be live, so there'll be a camera there also as well, so you can watch it too. And also, let's get Matthew 15:9.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 9. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines and the commandments of men.
So now in vain, and they teach the commandments of men. Now you teaching someone it's wrong to have wine. That's not a commandment of God. That's a commandment of man. That's how he feels. He looked in it and thought, you know what I mean? Drinking wine, that's not right, man. You know what I mean? I've seen people get drunk. I've seen fights, and that's them. But in the Bible, nowhere does it say having wine is wrong, which makes it by default a commandment of men. That's man's philosophy right there in the Bible. Now, have in mind, I've pulled about 8. There's lots more, just that I don't want to make the class redundant and we're going over wine again, wine here. So I've pulled just a main few. But that's all throughout the Bible, that having wine is okay. So, read that one more time.
For in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
And that's what they do. They teach the doctrines and the commandments of men. You teach it's wrong to have wine. That's a doctrine of man. I believe that word doctrine means a understanding. So that's just the understanding of man. Drinks wrong. That's the devil's nectar. I believe that some people they suffer that. That's the devil's juice. Like says who? In the Bible, in Psalm, it said God made wine for man. So you know what I mean? The Bible don't contradict itself. It's just you. So let's get into another topic now. Again, now this is going into the dietary law. Some people believe, you know what I mean, eating pork, nothing's wrong with that. And you know what I mean, this is a scripture that they love to use. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go through a few of them that they love, you know what I mean? They love Acts 10 and some other ones. They even try to go to Deuteronomy to say that eating pork was fine back then. I don't know how to do it. If you could give me Deuteronomy 12 and verse 15. Deuteronomy 12 and the 15th verse. So now this is one that they like to use in the book of Deuteronomy, saying that eating pork was fine back then, which is silly. You wonder why? Because in the same book of Deuteronomy, in the 14th chapter, God said that you can't have swine. He's talking about verse 3 to 4. So why in verse 3 having swine is bad? Then now they're gonna stick to Deuteronomy 12. So they're gonna go back to Deuteronomy 12 and the 15th verse and go that eating swine is fine. You can read it for me up.
Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 15. Notwithstanding, thou mayest kill and eat flesh in all thy gates, whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, according to the blessing of the Lord thy God, which he has given the unclean and the clean may eat thereof, as of the law book, and of the clean.
Okay. You know, so basically in a verse it's saying that the clean and the unclean may eat alike. So Christian go, yeah, he said there, I can eat the clean things and the things that are not alike, and they're not even reading it correctly. Now, there's nowhere there where it says you can eat swine, and you read it, it's not even talking about food. If you want to read that one more time.
Verse 15.
Deuteronomy
12 and 15. Notwithstanding, thou mayest kill and eat flesh in thy gates.
So now in thy gates, so your gates is your community. So yeah, in your land, you can kill and eat flesh. Now, why is it saying within your gates? Of course, everyone eats when they're in their house. A few verses above is talking about the Passover and that what you have to eat there. So that's what it's letting you know within your gate. So yeah, you can keep the high holidays, and also when you go back to your land, you can eat in your gates too. Read on.
Whatsoever thy soul lusts after.
So whatsoever thy soul lusts after. So even there, people go, well, whatever you want. I want ham. Read on.
According to the blessing of the Lord God, which he hath given thee. The unclean and the clean may eat thereof.
Now, that's a grammar thing right there. How does that let you know that ain't talking about ham and all that? What's the grammar, like right there.
Column.
And that's you, but what's saying the unclean and the clean may eat alike? Is that on about food?
People.
Let's give him a hand. That's common sense. It's got nothing to do with food. The unclean and the clean may eat alike. You're not saying you may eat them alike. It's talking about someone who's clean and someone who's unclean. They may eat alike. So now in your land, you mean you can eat with someone who's basically unclean. They can have the food. They can have the roll, the heart, which is like a reindeer or something like that. They can eat alike. But if you're keeping the Passover and someone's unclean, they can't take part. That's what it's saying. The unclean and the clean may eat alike. So yeah, in your land, that person who probably wasn't clean probably got in. They probably housed something that was dead or unclean. They can eat whatever they want in like their land. But as regards as coming to the Passover, they can't. If you understand, that's about so that right there don't even make sense. The unclean and the clean may eat alike. This isn't even talking about food. This is talking about people. And you know what I mean? Now, because they want to eat ham so bad, they pull that verse and they don't even understand why like they're even reading, and we'll prove it. Start from verse 10.
Deuteronomy 12 and 10. But when ye go over Jordan and dwell in the land which the Lord your God giveth you to inherit, and when he giveth you rest from all your enemies.
So now the Lord talking about once we get the land, so once the Canaanites are out, once the Hittites are out, once the Amorites are out, we're going to possess this land. You know?
Giveth you rest from all your enemies round about, so that you dwell in safety. Then there shall be a place which the Lord your God shall choose to cause his name to dwell there.
So now, a question for anyone: where is the place where the Lord's name is?
In Israel.
That's true, but within the land, there's a place where his name is. It's a famous place in the Bible.
In the temple.
True, but there's a town, like it's a famous town. Give him a hand. That's where his name is. So now, whenever you went to keep the high holidays, you went to Jerusalem because his name's there. And in the Bible, in about, I believe, 2nd Kings, it lets you know that his name was in Jerusalem. So I'm not just philosophizing. That is actually in the Bible too. Read on.
Giveth you rest from all your enemies round about you, so that you dwell in safety. Then there shall be a place which the Lord your God shall choose to cause his name to dwell there. Hither shall ye bring all that I command you.
And then, also now, in that place, we must bring all that he commands us. So on the Passover, you go and there's things that you are required to take to the Passover as well. And other high holidays or feasts of booths, Pentecost, which is the Feast of Weeks. So the things that the Lord requires us for us to bring there too. Read up.
Your burnt offerings and your sacrifices, your tithes, and the heave offering of your hand,
read up.
and all your choice vows which ye vow unto the Lord.
And like your vows. So if you're like, you know what, the Passover is about to come, I'm gonna vow on to the Lord that I'm gonna stop doing this and that and this. So I mean, some people had vows. Read up.
And ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God, ye and your sons and your daughters and your maidservants and your manservants and the Levite that is within your gates, for as much as he hath no part nor inheritance with you. Take heed to thyself that thou offer not thy burnt offerings in every place that thou seest.
And that's key. So for the Passover, you can't offer your offerings there. Anyway, you can go, you know what? I can't bother. I'm gonna just do the Passover and offerings in my own land. You gotta do it in a place where the Lord puts his name. Read up.
But in every place which the Lord shall choose, in one of thy tribes, there shall offer thy burnt offerings, and there shall do all that I command thee.
And there, so now within like your land, a priest is if you done like if you broke one of the commandments within like your land, there would be a part where you can offer your animals, but of course the place where the Lord's name is, that's where you gotta bring your Passover stuff and all that stuff. Read on.
Notwithstanding, thou mayest kill and eat flesh in all thy gates.
So now we're talking about all of your gates. So wherever you're from, don't get it mixed up. You can have flesh. So you're saying that don't think you can only eat in the place where I put my name there. You know what I mean? It's letting you know still you can eat within like your gates, because someone may get carnal and think, well, I can only eat if I'm up in Jerusalem. So the Lord is making you understand wherever you're from, you can eat. Read on.
Whatsoever thy soul lusteth after.
So whatever you want, read on.
According to the blessing of the Lord, which he hath given thee, the clean, the unclean, and the clean may eat thereof.
So the unclean and the clean in your land, they may eat thereof, so they can eat whatever they like. Obviously, according if it's according to the law, but they can eat whatever they like. So this ain't even on about like food, it's on about an unclean man. So in his land, he can eat whatever he wants. So that's what it's about. So anyone that tries to pull that to you, that doesn't even make sense. And if you read it, it doesn't even make sense. Like the unclean and the unclean may eat alike. He didn't say you can eat the unclean food or like the unclean animal, and it's like the clean and the unclean animal, you may eat it like. It's talking about man. And that's sad that someone would even pull that verse right there. Is there more than that? Pretty much the kicker.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Let's get right. No sweat. Let's get first Timothy, the 4th chapter and the 3rd verse.
Talking about tithing wine there after that. We should do the types of wine.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't.
1 Timothy,
the 4th chapter and the 3rd verse.
Yeah. 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 8.
No, start verse 3.
1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3. Forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats.
All right, so now a Christian, they say to you, you're telling me I can't have ham. You're telling me to abstain from meat. You're saying I can't have that. Read on.
Which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving.
So they say this pork, God made it to be received. And you're telling me I can't have it. Read on.
Of them which believe and know the truth.
Now that's a good part there. Read on.
For every creature of God is good, and nothing to be refused.
And nothing to be refused. Hey, look, I can have pork. You mean I can have a duck? I can have them things. Why? Because it's all clean and you mean I can't say. You mean you can't say no. I can't have that. So how would you break this down?
Because it's like it's obvious, isn't it? Like every creature, but then I mean, first of all, they only use that to excuse pork, yeah. Because if we give them dog and rat and kangaroo elbow, they wouldn't want to eat that. Do you know what I mean? But in Revelation, it talks about unclean animals still. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you just know that they're not talking about pig.
Which is good. You know it's not talking about that, but how would you answer it if they put that within that same verse? How would you answer it?
Because it said to receive the thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth.
Let's give my hand. That's right there. So now them people, they know the truth, meaning they know the law, and it's not even talking about swine and things like that. You kind start from verse 1.
1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
So now that's the part that you want. In the last days, some shall depart, meaning some people are going to leave here and they're going to go off teach some lies and heresies. Some are going to depart. We done.
Giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
So they're going to listen to the doctrines of the devils, and a devil is someone who will lie to you or to deceive. So now they're going to give heed to a deceiving doctrine. They're going to go, you know what, you're right. Them people at the I.S.U.P.K, they're wrong, man. You know what I mean? They're going to get seduced by doctrines and philosophies. Read on.
Speaking lies in hypocrisy.
So they're going to speak lies in hypocrisy. So it's a lie, and then they're a hypocrite because they're doing that same thing. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
And with their conscience, this lie, this philosophy is burnt in their mind, meaning you can't get it out. You can tell them, you can go in the Bible and show them, look, that's a lie, but it's burned in their mind like, no, I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. Read on.
Forbidden to marry.
Forbidden to marry. So now you're gonna have some people that are gonna say having another wife is wrong. You can't have another wife. That is called forbidden to marry right there. Teaching a man is he can only have one wife. That's a doctrine of a devil right there. In the verse above, it's telling you what some of these doctrines are. So someone teaching it's unlawful for a man to have more than one wife. That's a doctrine of a devil right there. Now that don't mean a man must have more than one wife. If a man's happy with his one wife, so be it. If a man has more than one wife, ain't nothing wrong with them that too. Or another example, you have the Catholic Church, where they teach that a man can't have no wives. That's a doctrine of a devil right there too. Therefore, forbidding you to have a wife. Read on.
Forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats.
And that's what they do as well. They command you to abstain from meats. In the Catholic Church, what they say you can't eat fish over there. Or
on Friday, you have to eat fish.
Yeah, on Friday you can only eat fish. That's what that's talking about. Talking about abstaining from meat. I mean, you got fake camp saying that, you know what I mean, the meat's so bad and that I don't recommend that no one should have meat or it's a sin. That's what it's talking about. They're talking about pork. Talking about, you know what I mean, people that departed and saying that eating meat's wrong. You having a leg of lamb, that's wrong. You know what I mean? You eating oxtail because, you know what I mean, in the farm they inject it with this and that. So it's a sin if you have that. That's a doctrine of a devil right there, and they tell you to abstain from meat. So like you have to.
Yeah, like on that note there, it made me think of the Catholics, what you said yourself with the Friday thing. Yeah, see, forbidden to marry. Like, could that be like? You see, they say like Catholics, they say no sex before marriage, or we know sex is marriage. What they're saying is no sex, so that no marriage before signing our paper. So they're forbidding it. They're forbidding all the people to marry until you sign their white man document. You know,
that's right. Yeah, and that's as the Bible calls it, a doctrine of a devil right there. That's a deceiving doctrine. Why? Because it's not found in the Bible at all, and they are lying to you because of that. Read on.
Which God have created to be received.
So now these meats God has created for them to be received. So lamb, chicken, oxtail, some more beef. You know what I mean? These things God made to be received. In the dietary law, God said you can have these things, and they was made to be received. So anyone telling you you can't have the things which God said you can have, that's a deceiver right there. You know what I mean? Read on.
With thanksgiving of them.
You read on.
Which believe and know the truth.
And those meats, the people that believe and they know the truth, meaning they know the word of God, so they know the law. So in the law, I'm allowed to have lamb. Everyone comes to me saying, nah, brother, you know, to eat lamb in these last days is a sin. You know what I mean? Me who knows, God said I can have that, is to be received. So that's what that's on about. He's not talking about pork. It's talking about people that will be lying in the last days, saying that it's wrong for you to eat oxtail, it's wrong for you to eat lamb, it's wrong for you to eat beef. You know what I mean? Or on Friday, you can't have a meat. That's what this is talking about. Paul ain't got nothing to even do with this. Paul, he kept the law, which is in the Bible too. Right, can they give me Mark, the 7th chapter and the 15th verse? Mark the 7th chapter and the 15th verse.
Mark the 7th chapter and the 15th verse. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him.
Alright, so there's not a Christian go, well, there's nothing outside which enters in, which can defile me. So they goes, look, me eating ham, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I just read it right there. So how would you answer that?
Is that talking about when Christ said the washing hands thing?
That's right, yeah. So now, how would you break it down to them? So, I mean, we don't address people. Just say, you know what I mean, you're handing out a flyer, and you got some Christian who thinks he knows it all, right, which is 9 times out of 10.
If someone brought it to the house and tried to feed you a plate of boiled Alsatian dicks, you wouldn't eat that. You know what I'm saying? So you know full well that what, and if you see them eating it, you're gonna know, well, this person's fucked up. So that you just know that this is an excuse for pork, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it is an excuse, but as you said, this is talking about the washing the hands, meaning food has nothing to even do with this. So we're talking about the nothing that goes into man. We're talking about if you don't wash your hands, all the germs, all the bacteria, enzymes, that can't make you you know what I mean? That can't make you unclean. You know what I mean? You don't wash your hands. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong, it's good if you wash your hands, but that doesn't make you unclean because you don't wash your hands. And we'll get into that. Start from verse 1.
Then came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashed hands.
Yes, now, this is the context of this. They saw Yahushua's men eat with unwashed hands. So they're like, wow, like, you ate bread and you didn't wash your hands. So now, this is the context of it. So it's got nothing to do with ham and pork chops. It's got nothing to do with that. The context of this is unwashed hands. So they saw Christ's men eating with the defiled. Then it lets you know what that defiled is, meaning unwashed hands. So they looked at him like, what? Like, you ate that bread and you never even washed your hands. You done?
They found fault.
So now they found fault. So they thought, look, they're not right. They ate with unwashed hands, which in the Bible, there's no law against that. There's no law which says if you don't wash your hands, it's a sin and you gotta, you know what I mean, go to the trees and off like a bird. There's no sin for you. I mean, it's not a sin if you don't wash your hands. You done?
For the Pharisees and all the Jews, except they wash their hands.
Yes, now they're talking about everyone else. So every other religious sect, they wash their hands. So the scribes, Pharisees, Sadducees, Essenes, or any other Jew faction, they have this tradition where they wash their hands. Read on.
Eat not, holding the tradition of the elders.
So now, with them washing their hands, that's not a law. It was a traditional thing that they done. So now they wash their hands off, meaning the word off means every time. So every time they ate, a tradition, it wasn't law that they had, was that they would wash their hands. I don't know, I'm not sure where they get it from, but I believe they had a tradition where they wash in between their hands all the way up to like around like their arm. So now that was what they would do every time before they would eat. Now that's not law. That was just a traditional thing that they had done. Read on.
And when they come from the market.
And from the market, so whenever they went to even like buy meat, so they went to the market to buy some lamb, oxtail or beef, they would even wash their hands then. So that was a tradition that they had. Read on.
Except they wash, they eat not, and many other things there be which they have received.
And there, so there was many other things. So they didn't just wash their hands, and then it'll explain like they wash pots and pans in like a specific way. So it was a tradition that they had made up. Read on.
As the washing of cups and pots.
So now, so now they had a way how they would wash their cups and like their pans. So it was like wash done. They had a traditional way, which I don't think there's no reference to how they done it, but they had a specific way in even how they wash those things. Read on.
Brassen vessels and of tables. Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, why walk not thy disciples according to the tradition of the elders?
So now they were so upset that they never washed their hands. They had to ask him like, what are you doing? You ain't following this traditional thing that we have. Why? Like why? And now with Christ, he's gonna answer why he doesn't have to do all this washing of hands and washing of pots and cups and brass and etc. Read up.
But eat bread with washing hands. He answered and said unto them, well have Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites.
It's like in the New Testament, Isaiah is Isaiah. That was just a Greek way of how they pronounced it. Read on.
As it is written, this people honor me with their lips.
All right. So now with Christ, he's actually counteracted what they said. He went to the book of Isaiah and going, you see, in Isaiah, that verse, it was written about you, about yes, they speak well of me with their lips, meaning, you talk well about God, but you don't follow his commandments. Why? Because washing your hands and how you wash your cups and your pots, that's not a law in the Bible. So you talking about, well, you're getting us upset because you ain't wash your hands right. That's got nothing to do with the Bible. So with Christ, he cut them basically. But you see, Isaiah, with that verse, I believe it's like 9 and about 16, he's talking about you. Yes, you honor God with like your lips, meaning you talk well about him. Read on.
But the heart is far from me.
But your heart is far from me, meaning your mind. And that's how they was. They're more concerned about how you wash your hands, but yet their mind is far from God. Question for you: why is their mind far from the Lord?
Is it because they're not following the law, but they're following tradition that was made by men?
Let's give her a hand. That's right. So now that's why Yahushua answered that, because they're more concerned about, you ain't washing your hands. What are you doing, man? Yeah, meanwhile, they don't follow the commandments, which is bigger than washing your hands. You're not washing your hands. God ain't vexed you. You got some germs on your hands. God ain't up in the sky looking down at you angry like, you didn't wash your hands, yo. I'm gonna curse you, slavery. No, God's angry because you ain't following his laws. And that's how they are. They speak well, the Lord and God, this and that. Meanwhile, you ain't following his commandments, and you're concerned about a man who didn't wash his hands. Read on.
How but in vain do they worship me.
And in vain they worship God. You want to know why it's vain? Because they following his commandments, they think they're all righteous and like just like you, man. We are men of God. And in vain, they're not doing nothing which God acquires of them. God requires us to follow his commandments, and they're worshiping him in vain. Why? Because they ain't following none of it. They're too busy talking about how you wash your hands. Read on.
Teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
And that's what they do for a doctrine. They teach the commandments of men. They teach what man wants. They teach what man commands. Washing your hands is not, I mean, if you don't wash your hands, it's not a sin. It's good if you wash your hands. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If someone uses a bathroom, it's very nice that you wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? It is good. But now, is that a sin? No, it's not. You know what I mean? And with them, they was teaching the commandments of men. That whole you washing your hands up to here, and you mean how you wash your cups and in your pots. Those things right there are commandments of men. Read on.
For laying aside the commandment of God, you hold the tradition of men.
And they lay a hold. It's like they lay aside the commandments of God. So now they read the Bible and they're like, yeah, the Bible does say this, but nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna still follow the commandments of men, because the Pharisees and scribes, they was not following the law. They was sleeping with men's wives. They was doing all kinds of things, and you know what I mean. But yet they feel righteous when they're following the commandments of men. Read on.
As washing the pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
And mainly other such like things you do. So they done lots of things, meaning they did not follow the commandments, but many traditional things they had. Right from there, skip to the 14th verse.
Mark chapter 7, verse 14. And when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto them, hearken unto me every one of you, and understand.
Alright, so now he was around everyone and he said to pay attention unto me. That's what that word means. Hearken means, you know what I mean? Just like pay attention to what I have to say. So now he's gonna let them know something. So he's already squashed them on the washing their hands. Now he's gonna let everyone else know about it too. Read up.
There is nothing from without a man that entereth into him can defile him.
So now have in mind, this is still on about the washing hands. So he squashed them in like Isaiah about you worship him in vain, all you do is honor God with like your mouth. You know what I mean? He's already done them. So now he's talking to everyone else, and he made them know, look, there's nothing from outside the man which can make a man unclean. He's letting them know. So go, you're following them about washing hands. Listen, man, no germs can make you unclean. What can do that is you not following his commandments. That can. Read on.
But the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man.
So now, what things come out to you which can defile a man? What things come out to you which can make a man unclean?
Words.
To some degree, if you curse a brother, and to curse saying, I swear, I believe we went over this before, a curse saying F you and B's and all that. A curse is like, you want God to do something to one. A curse like, I hope God makes you get run over by a car. That's a curse. I hope God makes your kids die. That's a curse. You know, F you and you B and your wasteland. That's not a curse. So now that comes outside of you, that can defile you, because God said that thou shalt not curse thy brother. So now any germs or any bacterial enzymes, that ain't gonna harm you. But what comes out to you, you cursing someone out, that can. Read on.
If any man have ears to hear, let him hear.
Meaning, if you're wise to understand what I'm on about. Read on.
And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable.
So now his disciples, they didn't understand it. Like, what did you mean by what goes out of a man and defiling that? I mean, I don't understand. So they had to ask him, so what did you mean by that? Read on.
And he said unto them, are ye so without understand?
So now he says to them, what, like, you don't understand? You didn't understand what I was on about right there. Read on.
Also, do ye not perceive? And whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, it cannot defile him.
Yes, now what he's saying is anything you eat, and of course Christ was a Jew, and you know the Jews had laws, so it's not talking about pork, talking about whatever you eat according to the law, of course, it cannot defile you, it cannot make you unclean. Read on.
Because it entereth not into his heart, but into the belly.
What's that? Because with that food, it don't go into your mind. That leg of lamb, that don't go in your mind. That leg of lamb that made you sin and have sex with another man's wife. That oxtail and rice and peas. That is making you go out there and hate a brother in your heart. That ain't doing nothing to you. Read on.
But into the belly and goes out into the drawer.
And in the drawer, your drawer is your behind. So you eat food and you get rid of it. So even Christ saying food ain't got nothing. So basically, like what you eat, even if you don't wash your hands, that ain't gonna harm you. That ain't gonna make you sin. That ain't gonna make you break His commandments. Read on.
Purging all meat. And he said, that which cometh of the man, that defileth the man, and from within, out of the heart.
So now, what can defile the man is what comes out of his mind, as the Bible says, his heart. So now, food, you eating food with unwashed hands, that ain't going to do nothing to you. That ain't going to make you sin. But what's in your mind and what comes out of that mind, that's going to make you sin. Read on.
For from within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thoughts.
Yes, now that's what defiles a man. Evil thoughts. Why? Because once the evil thought is in your mind, you're going to act upon it, not eating with unwashed hands, not eating with germs on your hand. But what's in your mind, those evil thoughts, you're going to act upon it. You got an evil thought in your mind. Yes, you think about it first, and then you're going to wait for the right time to get that done. Read on.
Adultery.
Adultery is having sex with another man's wife. Now, a lot of them, the scribes, Pharisees, they was doing them things. That's why Christ is mentioning them things, talking about, they're complaining about me eating with unwashed hands. You know what I mean? Me eating those meats, it goes in the belly, and it obviously comes out. But what's inside you is adultery. Read on.
Fornication.
Fornication, unlawful sex. So scribes, Pharisees, they was doing them kind of things too. Read on. Murders. They was, you know what I mean, getting people put to death unjustly. Read on.
Theft.
And theft. The scribes and Pharisees was thieves. People's paying them lots of money. You know what I'm saying? It's like your modern day pastor of today. You know what I mean? And them things in your mind, that's what makes you clean. Not eating with unwashed hands. Read on. Covetousness. So desiring things that don't belong to you. And scribes and Pharisees, they was like that. You know what I mean? If you had a nice house, they would want that house. If you had a nice patch of land, they would want that. If you had a nice farm, they would want that. You know what I mean? They would want all of them things. Read on.
It's wickedness.
Go on, try.
Lasciviousness. Lasciviousness, that's like immoral sexuality. So you know what I mean? With some of them, who knows, scribes and Pharisees were having threesome, like fake Israelite groups on the chat, like GMS, yes, they got that same demon on them too. Lasciviousness. Read on.
An evil eye.
And an evil eye, meaning they look some people like, no, I hate you so badly. I want you dead, prick. I want you gone, you know what I mean? And the scribes and Pharisees had all of them things, and that defiles a man right there. Not eating food with unwashed hands. So we mark about what goes in a man, know that. He's not talking about pork. He's talking about unwashed hands and germs. And you know what I mean? Christ, he's even answering it. So it's something that you need to read from verse 1 on and down. But again, General Muhammad always is something which I always remember. A Christian, to debate with them is really easy. Anything that they hand you, read above it, and the answer's right there. It's as easy as that. Anything they pull, read up above, read down below, and it's right there. It's not rocket science, and it happens all the time. A Christian goes, read this, brother. Okay, let me start off with it. And the answer, they're like, no, let's read up above. And they're like, oh, okay, sorry. And then like they're looking all ridiculous and dumb and that. And that stuck in me, and it works every time. So even with this, just read up above, read down below, and the answer is right there. So we're up on the time. So what's going on? We've got some rapers, GMS here.
Some man talking about King's Bible Christianity. I tell you already, man. This call the number, man.
No disrespect. That's redundant. Listen, man. We've heard that for years. Listen, man. That's been answered. We're wasting on time. Listen, man. We're out there fixing blacks and Hispanics.
Not raping.
You're out there raping white girls like that too.
I was at camp when we was at camp about a couple of weeks ago and sat it and the general says ignore him. So no sweat. So we're up on time. So with that, this is the I.S.U.P.K on the commanding GEN.YAHANNA. Remember on a Monday night, the radio show hosted by commanding GEN.YAHANNA, and the YouTube channel, the real commanding GEN.YAHANNA radio show. In the UK time, that'll be about 1:30 a.m. Then in America, there's classes Tuesdays through till Fridays. They're at 12 a.m. The YouTube channel, I.S.U.P.K live online classes. I mean, that's at 12 a.m. The Brotherhood class, the Law class, the Scripture Breakdown class, and the Friday class, the Lashawan Kodash, done by General Kubalama. You learn the native language of every black man and every Hispanic man. Some more. You also hear tonight at 5 a.m. Israelite Vibes UK time. If you're up at that time, of course, again, Captain Tazaya, Captain Katazar, powerful radio show. You can also watch it. It's got a live stream. Powerful radio show. Christians talk about relevant things. That's a powerful radio show. So do log into all that. And remember your attendance. Do your attendance of the login information in the YouTube chat box as well. So I don't want to hear about I've been doing my 90 days. If you're not logging into that, then we can't help you. Simple as that. So with that, we're going to get to the announcements and the prayers as well. That's like the general said, continue with your story, just to briefly, just what I was going to say. A few weeks ago, I was at camp, and for the first time, face to face, I've met GMS from before, but I don't normally like to engage with them. They've got just a vibe about them, But I asked the guy, do you agree with rape? And he was like, well, this is the white man's kingdom and the laws forbid it and all that. I said, all right. And so if the white man wasn't going to arrest you, and 100%, the white man will not arrest you, you'll get away with it. You would rape by force. You would take the virginity from a 12-year-old girl. And he's like, yeah, what man wouldn't want to? And to look in the eyes of a man and have him say that to me, I couldn't. It made me cringe, man. I felt physically, actually sick. I got the belly of a goat, man. I got a strong stomach. I seen some shit. But just looking at man's eyes, and he said to me he would rape a 12-year-old. My sister-in-law is like 12 or some shit. She's a fucking child, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy. Like, boy, them cats is just so off. That's super fucked up.
And then, I don't know why no one wouldn't even join the camp, but you said it earlier. Oh, God.
Yeah,
anyway, let's get to it.
SHALAM with I.S.U.P.K. Started out of, we had I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West Military 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're here to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. Ma'ishra means a tenth in the Hebrew. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Gives to the treasury department or to a teacher. Priest fund, a free will offering of a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Trumpets coming up soon. All accurate. I will check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school,